In this video, I'm going to go through, and what I'm going to do is just show you a few basic statistics. And so this is SPSS, so the first thing you have to do, you have to, of course, download the program, and you're going to get this file right here from Blackboard. And so once you get this WDI variables file, you can obviously you can double click the file if you have SPSS. It'll open it up. It does take a few minutes to load the file, so keep that in mind. You don't want to kind of exit out while it's trying to load. This will actually kind of just sit there and you'll get the spinning sometimes. Sometimes it takes up to like 2-3 minutes. So just be aware, it does take some time to load the file sometimes. But once you get it loaded up, what you're going to do, let's take a look at some basic statistics in this video. Basically, we can look at some descriptive statistics, and we'll just look at frequencies and descriptives just to get you some ideas to begin with. So if I checked out the descriptives, and I've already done this for IMR 2000, here I'll take that out so you can see how it works. So what you can do, we're going to put a variable in that box, and to do that, you're basically just going to come down here, click on one of the variables, push the arrow. When you push the arrow, it's going to click in here. You can go into the options and change anything you'd like. You do want to get the mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum here. And then you can the good news about this, you can actually put in multiple variables. And so just as an example, maybe I'll get that one and put it in. That's the adolescent fertility rate. This is the infant mortality rate for 2000. But see, what you can do, of course, when you go into those options, you can then, ascending means, you can display the order. It really doesn't matter for this particular video, but in this case, just a couple of the different descriptives you can get. Once you decide what you're going to get, you do need the mean, standard deviation, and the max and min. You're just going to click OK, and when you click OK, I had some stuff in my file. Oh, wow. Well, so now there's all that. For some reason that was held up before. Well, this is actually what I just did, not this. Let me just well, you can see that I had done a few things and it just all of a sudden came through all at once. I did this previously, and I'm not sure why it came through all at once like that, but let me see here. Maybe I can just clear out. Let's just cut all that out. Okay, let's try again just so you can see this. I'll just cut that out. So again, analyze, descriptives, right? Descriptive statistics, descriptives, and then I have these variables in here, and of course I've already done. I'm gonna click OK just so you can see this was all that produced. I'm not sure, something just happened with my computer there. That's why you saw all that stuff. Anyway, so this right here is basically the descriptives. You can look through here. It's going to give you the sample size. You can see that right there. That's the N. Something's going on with my computer and I don't know what it is. The output file. The sample size. Here's the minimum. Okay, the minimum for the IMR was 3 here, 1.0, and you have to interpret that in terms of the variable, and you have to go to those variable definitions and kind of make sure you understand what units these are. I'm not going to go through that right here. I'm just going through how to do this stuff in SPSS right now. So next up, of course, it gave you the maximum, gave you the mean, and then it gave you the standard deviation. You can see that information, and you're going to need to interpret that again in terms of the variable that you're looking at. If you want to do just a little more with the analysis, and you should, when you go to descriptives, there's another one here, frequencies. Okay, and so we'll click on that, and I just used IMR 2000, that's the infant mortality rate 2000. And you can see here it says display frequency tables. You want to click that off actually, so you don't actually want those frequency tables for these variables because it's just going to list each and every single data value. It's not in a table format. It's just not working like that, I guess I should say. Anyway, what you see is I'm going to press statistics, and here we're going to get the quartiles. This divides the data up into 25 percentiles. Okay, we're going to be using a box plot, and so that will help to understand the data a little better with the box plot. We're going to get these quartiles, and we're going to keep the standard deviation, minimum and maximum. You can get the range if you want. The range is just the max minus the min, which, well, it's not going to let me do it right there, but We're going to click the mean and the median, click continue. Let me pull this over. You could just simply subtract those two numbers. Now it'll give you the range if you want to get that, but you don't really need that. Once you've clicked on those statistics, you're just going to click OK. And you can see that it's again going to give you the n, but this time in the statistics, notice that it's not just giving you what n is. It says valid. It says valid and invalid. Now, basically missing. It says missing, but when we say invalid, that means the data is not in there. And you saw that sometimes in the variables there were little blanks. Okay, it didn't tell you that up here. It told you here that they were valid list-wise. Basically, well, let's not worry about that right now. There's no need to. You're not going to use this. What this does, it gives you a better idea for this specific variable here. The case is that 24 out of the 193 were missing. So 174 cases were valid in this particular case. But then it gives you the mean, the median, standard deviation, minimum. The minimum, the quartiles, and the maximum, okay? Those are going to be what you see displayed in your box plot, okay, eventually, and that's why I'm telling you about this. Now, this one's just to show you this little bit. We're just about done, but you could, the data is going to start at 3. If you go 25% up, you'll get to 10.85. If you go another 25% up, you'll get to the median, and you can see the median and the 50th percentile, well, they're the same thing, and so there's the 26.5. And then, of course, there's the 75th percentile. So you go another 25% up, you get to 64, and then if you go the final 25% up in the data, you're going to get to that 142 there. Okay, and so hopefully this was helpful just to get you some basic statistics here. There'll be some other videos for some graphs and some other things. Okay, that's the end of this one.